going on, guys? Just give me a few minutes. Just going to grab some water here. Ready in about 30-40 seconds. Hope everyone had a good trading day. Exciting moves today. Just quickly go live on the YouTube. Why everyone wants to message me. Give me a sec, guys. Just going live, learning other channels, StockTwits, Webull, social media, Instagram, etc. Give me 2 seconds, guys, as everyone starts to hop on in. And we will get started in today's action. Hope everyone had a good trading day. Let me just quickly post here, guys. I'm going to quickly grab some water. Bear with me. Get a little music going for about 30 seconds. Give me a second. Alrighty, just need some water, guys. I am ready to rock and roll. So, let me just make sure everyone can hear me real quick. I'm not doing a Q&A, guys. It's going to be a quick one, 15, 20 minutes max, not an hour like yesterday or 45 minutes. I'm going to be doing a quick one, so give me a second. Let me just make sure everyone could hear me real quick. Audio check, it's working. Thank you. Okay. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Brandon? How are you guys? Hope you guys had good trading days. Awesome. Just going to give everyone 2 more seconds here. Live now. Give everyone two seconds and we'll get right going here. I want to make sure. Can you guys all see my screen? Ryan, Brandon, everyone else? Dennis, Goldwing. Awesome. You can see it. Great. Sumi Menik, welcome. Awesome, guys. So I'm really going to talk through today's action. Quick disclaimers. I'm not a financial advisor. Please trade at your own risk. Everything I'm walking through and showing today is trades that I made today on my own with my own personal money. I'm a retail trader. Please use everything as educational content. So, you guys can follow me here on Discord. We have 17,000 members. You can follow me on StockTwits, a little over 22,000 followers there, as well as Webull, most followed trader globally there, 53,000 followers. You can follow me there for some alerts. Basically, guys, solid day, stress-free, A++ setups, as I like to call it. Today I traded tickers like Gamestop, GME. I traded ticker DLPN, Dolphin Entertainment. I traded ticker SAVA, Nova Sciences. What else? What was the last? And RGC was the big one. Today, percentage-wise, didn't have much size. I'll walk through that trade here as well. But really, guys, want to talk through more so from like an understanding perspective of, okay, you guys saw the things that happened with the meme stocks yesterday. There was random 15, 20, 30% spikes with tons and tons of liquidity into the close of yesterday's trading day. That, to me, was a signal that there could possibly be a supernova play today. People are itching for a supernova. You saw some FOMO buying today. I love when the markets and people are just buying, not even charting, and it becomes really stress-free, sort of easy money if you can pick your spots correctly, either short or long. There's money to be made both ways in this market intraday. Going to talk through the first stock, GameStop. Honestly, I missed a monstrous, when I say monstrous, a big 6-figure trade set up here today. And I told my gut what was going to happen, and it did exactly that after 9:30 in the morning. And I'm kicking myself for doing so and not playing it. I played a little in here. I played a little in here. And I played a little in here. So, I'm going to kind of walk through the 5-minute setup on GameStop. So, excuse me, 9:30 out of the gates. It wasn't doing anything in pre-market, so I expected a dip. People selling off. We got 3%. We got a 5% dip. I think now we're down 7%. This hit 193, and then you saw big buyers come in at 193, walked it back up. Then all of a sudden it consolidated around 200, and this thing ripped 3, 5, 7, 9. 10% here, guys. But you have to understand, right? No, sorry, 12% here from 193, maybe 15%. That is a $30 move. Not only the percentages. If you buy 100 shares, 1,000 shares, 1 share, it's a $30 move in a span of an hour. 5, 10, 15, 20, so half hour to be precise. And my whole plan was to load the 193, 195 dips, and guess what? I did not add there because I stopped watching this name because I was watching RGC and Sava, and I was both trading those at the other time. I had too much going on, and I missed this gorgeous setup, buying the 193 to 196 zone and selling the rip in the 220s, which was a new, 2-month high here. This was a beautiful rip out of the gates. AMC did a very similar trading pattern. And then I caught this thing under VWAP at around 206, about 207 flat. I sold at 212, 213 zone. So that was a nice $6 move. I made about 8 to 10 grand in there. That was my first scalp on GameStop. And then I tried off of, where was the scalp? Where was it? And then I tried off down here later in the day. I tried a 207 dip in here, 207. I thought we were going to get a rip to 12, 13 and retest this high again. We never got it. I stopped loss down in here on this raid down the 5. I stopped loss at, I think I bought 3,000 shares, 207. I stopped out at 205.80. So didn't lose much there, maybe 3 to 5 grand in there. And I stopped playing this rest of the day. Net probably made about, 5 to 10 grand on this name today. Great, but I really missed the big home run. I was going to get 3 to 4,000 shares and then 193 to 196 and look to try and sell 215, 220. All my price targets would have been hit there. So I did butcher this trade up. Obviously, I didn't make the trade itself in here, but that was what I wanted to do. I had a whole planned trade thesis around it. These names were hot and I wanted to take full advantage. Now, the big question is, why did I want 193 to 196 as an entry? Anyone have any guesses? Any comments? I'll quickly read a comment. Any comments on why I wanted that 193, 195? Well, I'm going to quickly show you why I wanted that 193, 195. It was because if you look quickly back at the 5-minute chart to yesterday, right? Where did we see the monster sort of green candles occur? You saw the low was 195, and in here there was a lot of consolidation, and then we ripped to the 225. So in trading, you always want to do, history tends to repeat itself, and that's sort of my concept in trading. So, down here, 195, 197, 196, in that zone is where I wanted to get an add-on. It dipped to 193 as a low, but it mostly consolidated 194 to 195, 196. Then we saw a monster rip the same. Look at that candle. Look at this candle structure, guys. This candle structure here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-bar play. That was yesterday before close, right? Right in here. Now, what did we see then today? Dip to 195, 196. A lot of traders played it. And then we saw the same candle movement. The same exact. Look at that. With the tick, with the lick. Look at that tick up. Same wick. Same wick. I mean, that's almost identical trading. So if you studied, you knew that potentially could be a play. And history repeated itself. It went 196 to 220s again. That's a 10 to 15% move, which is a $20 to $30 move, guys. That's a lot of range percentage, especially if you're a trader using sides like me. Going 2,000, 3,000 shares, you make $10, $20, $30 a share, guys. That's a 6-figure trade. You move on, you're done for the day. So, this was GameStop today. I don't know where this is going to go. I basically only trade GameStop when there's a huge range in gap percentage going on, up or down. And today we didn't really see much. It closed at 199. I'd like to see maybe a little dip down to 195, even 187, 188 tomorrow would be a pretty cozy entry if I could snag some there. Maybe Friday covering back to 200s. That would be the next entry I'd like to look at. It does need some consolidating. It popped 25% yesterday and held gains today pretty well. Looking for maybe one more little profit-taking dip and then maybe another rip to 225 all highs. Or maybe even more. I don't know, guys. I'm not a huge fan of the whole meme stock stuff. As I mentioned, I just like to day trade them. I don't hold anything long on these. I just play when the momentum's there. It's pretty easy setups and reads when intraday. So that's GameStop. Next stock I want to talk through about is RGC. This is just a low float biocap name, trading millions of shares today, and it has a ton of gap side. I traded this after hours market yesterday, made about $9 grand on this. I entered at around 20 and sold around 23, small size. But I kind of want to walk through what happened here. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. I missed this entire run today. I missed the entire run until about in here. I started watching this in here. I missed the run to 39, which was the intraday high at the time. But then I saw this. Look, if you look at this pattern, guys, here's the pattern. We saw a little washout. People were clearly accumulating these dips. Washout, pop, washout, pop. We keep seeing higher lows. Washout, pop. Then we start to retest that 34.35 resistance as it was earlier in the morning, right? Once I saw this sort of break on this wick to 36, there was some heavy selling going on down in here. I stop lossed out. I took a 33 entry. It went all the way to 37 bucks. I could have sold $4 a share on 3,000 shares. Would have been 12 grand profits. And no, I stop loss even money here. Then I said, okay, I don't know where this is going. This is super volatile. This is a type of name that could see 200, 300, 400% in a day, but it also could dump 50% a day. So these are names that I like to use super tiny size with like a 4 or 5% stop loss. And if it hits, I normally don't come back to it because I'm usually buying a dip. I don't like to buy the tops on these. But in this case scenario, when then I saw the wick again happen to 35, it kept retesting that 35. And that's when I alerted in the Discord. I'm like, guys, look at this trend line here, 35, 34, 35. It wants to break above. Look at this trend line here. And so I knew that the break of 35, 36, 37, that we were going to see those new all-time highs. I mean, guys, this ran to $59 today. I mean, that's obscene. You could have had this at 34. That's $25 gain, which is approximately what? 24, 34, half of 34 is 17, 17 plus 34. Yeah, that would be over 50, 60% in a span of about an hour and a half. So that is a crazy, that's what I like. That's what traders call range percentage. So I took 3,000 shares, very small, couldn't really get many ads. I got in at about 35 bucks a share right in here. And then I just rode it all the way with the halt. We halted up. We saw shorts get monsters squeezing here. My sell order immediately went through around 42, 43 bucks a share. Made about, 25K on that. I probably left another 60 to 70 grand on the table if I were to sell the peak. I didn't think it was going to hit that. I thought after this candle I stopped out on this candle. I thought that was done. I thought it'd kind of just fall back to 35s. And it didn't. It kept going. Then we saw a new candle and a monstrous squeeze into the 59s. That's pretty freaking wild. This is holding up pretty well actually in after hours. I thought it'd be down 20, 30% but maybe traders play this one more day tomorrow. We might see 58, 60 owns, maybe even higher. But this isn't, it is a top watch because of how much range percentage it has. But, I don't even know if there's news on this thing. There might be, none to my knowledge. I'm sure there probably maybe was news. I have no clue. I was just trading the charts and the momentum. And I saw seeing this range, 5, 10, 15, 20% moves on candles is sort of why I sort of joined the fun in here and I sold the lick into strength. As I mentioned, right, guys, you always want to be sort of, buying when there's no strength and you want to be selling shares into where the volume is super strong, heavy, and where there is a ton of strength because that's where you get your fills. That's where it's gapping up. That's where FOMO's at its highest, right, on any short squeeze, right? So that was a great trade for me today. It's about 25K profits. Another one I liked was Dolphin. This was off of the NFT craziness. We saw TCAT then again go nuts. We had that stock in the mid to high 7s yesterday. Ran all the way to 13s. You could have made almost 100% profits, guys, if you held at the 760s, 780s, where I alerted a buy entry yesterday. I scalped a bunch yesterday. Had a good day scalping that yesterday. Ticker Dolphin. I've been on this one for about 2 weeks now. If you look at the daily chart, I predicted the move would get up all the way to 13-14s. They had that big NFT news a while ago. Here's the daily chart. If you take a quick look, and I'm pretty bullish just based on the long-term chart, right? We've seen a gap up. The key break for me here would be around 15. I think if it breaks 15, it can gap all the way to the 20s, maybe even 30s. But that's long-term. That's big picture. I call that a big picture setup. If you look at the weekly chart, here's another weekly chart here. We had a huge pop back in March, almost 6 months ago, and now we're starting to gear up to a new green, right? As I mentioned, there's that gap to 15, 17, 19. Today's action, good price action. I saw TCAT gapping up to the 13s, and really Dolphin was sitting around here in the 11, 12s. And I just figured, you know what? How is this stock still red 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%? I started accumulating in here. I learned to keep an eye on Dolphin. It could get a spike, and we did get a spike. We got that spike all the way at 13.56. Off of 12.20, that's a beautiful move. That's about a 10 to 12% gap up there. Peaked at here for the day. Could retest that tomorrow. As I mentioned, this is a beautiful chart. I alerted this as a swing in the 9s. So I know many folks have been DMing me about this swing trade setup. Folks are doing pretty well on this trade, which is phenomenal to see. Fantastic to see. So yeah, I had a nice day trade on this one, about 20,000 shares in a 12, 20, 12, 30, sold about 20,000 shares, 1270, 1280, 1290 zones, missed the wick all the way to 1330s, 1340s, probably made about 10, 15 grand on this name. I wish I made more if I held a little bit, but I wasn't looking for much. I was really only looking for the 1270, 13 zones as a push, and we got that on that lick here. So that's ticker Dolphin. Last ticker I think I mentioned was TCAT. GME, RGC, Dolphin, TCAT. TCAT just had a powerful move. I really didn't... SAVA. That's the one I wanted to go over. I apologize. SAVA. This is the one I really want to focus heavily on. So, guys, I'm a trader, right? I can ride the bull momentum up, and I can short and ride the put momentum down. And on a stock that has millions, hundreds of millions of dollars being traded a day, that's gapping up or gapping down, there's going to be opportunities both ways to make money. Whether you're trading options on the call side or the put side, and whether that's typically for those types of movements, you're going to want to be playing the expiration on the same week, because that's going to give you your big range percentages. But keep in mind, options is a crazy game. You could lose 100% of your contract value in one trade. So you're not going to be trading it as if you're buying a stock, right? So do keep that in mind. So I went size on shares all day here. So today at 9:30, right? 8:45. I was watching this 8:45 when I woke up. 9. Didn't get in here. I bought around 80. I bought 2,000 or 3,000 shares at 80. Sold at like 83, 84 in here after the bell. And then I just started to see this thing start to shred up. Major buyers, 1 million shares. And this thing, I lured a buy alert, guys, right in here at 80, 81. I got a ton of DMs on this trade saying they banked 20, 25%. Awesome, fantastic to see. I lured a buy in here at 80. Why was 80 a key point for my entry? Why did we wait for 80 down in here to buy? And I'm gonna walk through that. Here's the daily chart. If you look back to the daily, you always want to look at where the big buying took place. So we had a nice washout down to 67. This was a few weeks ago. The low here was 75. The low here was 82. But I believe if I look at the 15-minute mark, or was it the 15-minute mark? Hold on. There was a spot that had... there was a spot that had $80 that sort of just started to take off. Here we go. So down in here at 80, see how this big candle down here? Low was 80.68. Consolidation, rip, high, rip, dip, rip. So this is what happened down in here at $80. So that's why I said that's a big support. Next support, 67. So I said 80. I'm going to give this a try. Small, 2,000 or 3,000 shares. If it breaks 80, goes 79, 78, I'll take the loss for the day. Maybe it gaps down to 67. This thing gapped up in the morning off of that zone, right, that I just showed you guys. This thing ran all the way to 94, 95, 96. Now, why did I say at 90? I literally said at 91, I said all price targets hit. This thing went 88. It was about 13, 14% move. I said all price targets hit because this was I was targeting right here where all the selling started pre-market was $91 a share. So for me, anything above that was playing in risk zone. I call that the risk zone. You're above where the selling action started, whether that's shorting or whether that's selling pressure on the way down. So once that broke, I said, okay, I actually tried a bunch of shorts in here, lost out, got squeezed out on these candles, got squeezed out. Then the next resistance here, guys, is 95, 96. I alerted puts, $90 puts expiring Friday. Right in here, those are now up a whopping 160% if you took the trade there. So that's $96 a share. This is a heavy resistance, right? So it blew by the first resistance, which was 91. Then it went to the next level, which was about 94, 95. I then started to take size. I shorted about 4,000 shares, 5,000 shares in here. Covered down at 92 in here, the first area of consolidation. So covered, that was a nice gain for me. Then it just kept dumping and dumping and dumping. The puts were up about 70% in here. Then I saw this start to really just, it hit the acceleration into the ground. And we just started to see some major sellers come in here. I don't know if it was shorting pressure. I don't know if it was insiders selling shares, but the 300,000 shares a candle off of $80. That's, 2.5 million bucks coming through every time here. And, so there's a lot of money coming through here on the selling side. I bought a short. Once I saw this 86 break, this candle here, I went 5,000 shares short in here for approximately 400,000 bucks, or maybe more. I showed you guys the trade I made live. And then it started to just break down. I covered. I said I'm looking for 80 to 82 cover targets. I covered right here at the 82.20 mark. Covered all 5,000 shares in here. Then I took a reshort at around 81 and covered out at 79.30 for 2,000 shares, tiny. So I just kept scalping this on the way down. We scalped it on the way up for 20, 25%. And we scalped it on the way down for 20, 25%. So really options, folks, options land, you guys could have been making some serious cash, sort of riding it up, riding it down. Do I know where this stock's going to go? Do I predict where this is going to go in the next few days? I don't really know. The price action to me seemed bearish today, but as I mentioned, we saw what happened the last time Sava hit this 67. I've never seen a cap bounce like it in my life. Maybe besides that CVAC call, that large biotech company run by, I think Bill Gates on the vaccine side. Maybe other than that, I've seen a cap bounce like that. This hit 65 bucks. I remember alerting in the 67 buy zones, and then over a week period, we're back up to the 120s. So I mean, that's a 100% move within a week. So as you guys have to recall, trading Alzheimer's, trading biotech, large cap, mid tech, small tech, biotech, it's very risky. You could be up 100% one day, down 50% the next. So it's I call it the wild, wild west. It's almost gambling, but you have charts to be educated, and sort of pick your spots to go up or down. So I'm seeing this bar is now larger than the last two selling bars, 20 million shares, 25 million shares. Today we saw 29 million shares. I'm thinking there's going to be another red day tomorrow. Maybe it retests 74, 75. Could even see that 65, 67 zone. I saw a ton of volume on those $70 puts, so we could get there tomorrow. We'll see. I don't even know what the news was. I just followed the price action. Everyone's selling, that's what I'm shorting. If everyone's buying, that's what I'm buying. Keep it really simple, guys. Don't make the trades complicated. So this was a great trade today. I don't know where this is going to end up, but I'm definitely probably going to play this tomorrow and Friday. I do probably want to try and catch the bottom at 67 again, unless there's even more selling. I do think there might be some more selling tomorrow because it ended and hit a new low of the day down here. The original low of the day was like 79 something, and we had 78s today. Not the best close at 80, 86, but follow the price action. Puts ran big, calls ran big from here, so it's a volatile one. But as I mentioned, this is a day trader's sort of paradise, guys. There's a ton of percentage up, ton of percentage down. So I hope me going through these charting lessons are really helpful. Quick poll out there. Are these technical analysis? Is this what you guys want to see and learn? Please comment right here. I just want to know if this is really helpful for you guys. Kind of talking through my trades, talking through the TA, and things like that, kind of talking about the day. If not, I can always switch it up for further sessions. But if you guys could just comment right here in the section, that would be phenomenal. Awesome. So that's really it for me, guys. That's all I had today. Those 4 or 5 trades. It was a green day, about $57,000. It's been a great week so far, for 6-figure week, and it's only Wednesday. I feel like today's Friday, and it's not. But I do need the weekend to come soon. I feel like, it's almost summertime here. Almost the end of summertime, excuse me. So super excited to continue trading with you guys. We got tomorrow, Friday, close off this phenomenal week super strong. Let's be smart. I'm going to be downsizing. I downsized today, but I found good spots to pick plays. And yeah, I'll be downsizing the rest of the week, looking to hold those gains, and then have a powerful sort of September, October, November, December on the back end. So back end of H2. So yeah, looking forward to trading more with you guys. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button below. Hopefully this is really helpful for you guys. Also, subscribe to the Discord. See the link below. To StockTwits, Instagram, everything's in the bio. I'm happy to help you guys out. I'm going to continue coaching and teaching as I always do. Awesome. Spud Zone out. Take care.